It is time for all of those AirPods copycats to move aside because we got a brand new design right here. So this is the brand new Samsung Galaxy Buds Live, or as some of you might call it, the Galaxy Beans, which honestly, I do prefer the name Galaxy Beans more than Buds Live. And there are quite a lot of polarizing views on this brand new design right here. And the reason why we are delaying this review until so late is because we want the initial wave of first impressions to pass by, and then now we are going to give our objective review about the brand new Galaxy Buds Live. Okay, so the Galaxy Buds Live is a highly polarizing product. Some of you like it, some of you absolutely hated it. And actually, we just got our Galaxy Buds Live like 2-3 weeks ago, and then we've been testing it every day by also ignoring everyone else. So we just want to get our initial impressions and also how our impressions change over time. So starting off, I want to talk about the Beans design first, because that is the one thing that everyone is talking about. And when Samsung announced this, yeah, I do think that this is a slap in the face to everyone that is copying Apple's AirPods design, which I highly commend Samsung for doing something so bold. So I do think that there is some sort of a first generation kind of situation going on with this Galaxy Buds Live, because when people saw this thing, they don't know how to wear it. And this is also something that happened with the first generation of the Apple AirPods. People didn't know how to wear it, and over time when the product got more famous and it became more ubiquitous as like it is today, everyone saw that and straight away they knew how to wear it. So I think the Galaxy Buds Live is going through that first generation phase right now. And Samsung also published a video on how you can wear the Galaxy Buds Live effectively, and there's actually a general rule of thumb. So this is the speaker part, which is at the bottom. Just put that part into your ear first and then rotate the entire Buds Live in, and then give it a little twist to adjust the position. If you're wearing it that way, then you are for sure going to get a good fit. I say good because it's not perfect. It is very important for you to get a good fit because it really affects how the sound quality will be played through the Galaxy Buds Live. And also, Samsung, why did you have to make this thing so glossy? Because this thing is really tiny and it is very difficult to handle with my big fingers. And coupled with this glossy finish here, it's going to slip off my fingers real easy. And secondly comes the comfort of the Galaxy Buds Live. And I think that's where the second polarizing part of these earbuds come into play, because when people first wore this, if they don't get a good fit and never wear it properly, then they will feel uncomfortable. But Samsung also tried to achieve a one-size-fits-all kind of situation here. So some people with smaller ears will find it to be quite problematic to wear this Galaxy Buds Live comfortably. And also we need to backtrack a little bit into the unboxing experience, because inside here you have a total of 2 more wingtips. Not too sure what's the proper name for it. I think Samsung also call it wingtips. This part of rubber here at the top, you can change it to a slightly larger rubber circle. So that one is to give you a little bit more leverage onto your ear so it wouldn't fall off that easily. That also increases the size of the Galaxy Buds Live. So once again, I will highlight this once more. If you have smaller ears, then you will definitely need to try the Galaxy Buds Live to get a feel of the comfort before purchasing it. But then again comes the hygiene problem, because remember, this speaker part will have to be stuck into your ear canal. So earwax is bound to be stuck onto the speaker port of the Galaxy Buds Live. And Samsung also recommends you to constantly clean the speaker port. As for how I actually feel about the Galaxy Buds Live, well, my ears are pretty big, so I can fit this in quite comfortably without any issue, even though I did not change the wingtips. If I change to that larger circular wingtip, then it does cause some weirdness in terms of how I feel it in my ear. After like 2 minutes, then it feels perfectly fine. And it is also very important to take note that the Buds Live is kind of lightweight to the point where I don't feel anything once I wear it. There was once when I first got the Buds Live, I was wearing it for like 2 hours straight, and then I totally forgot that this thing was on my ears, and I also adjusted volume on my PC without knowing that this thing is connected to my phone. And then comes the features that are available with the Galaxy Buds Live. And each of these beans here, there's a touch panel right about here. I would say the touch panel works really well, even better than the Galaxy Buds Plus, which we have reviewed previously, that you can check it out at the top right corner there. The functionality, you can customize it in the Samsung Wearables app. And when we are talking about the Samsung Wearables app, you can also enable or disable ANC functionality there. Throughout my testing, the ANC is not working as expected. I'm not really sure why Samsung calls it ANC. If they give it a very different name, then I would accept how it actually functions. Because even if you check Samsung's website for the Galaxy Buds Live, they're claiming that it only cuts down the majority of lower frequency sound, which works perfectly fine, but once people start talking, you can hear them without any issues. So yeah, I think Samsung should rename ANC to something else for the case of the Buds Live. And if you are talking about sound quality, turning on ANC actually improves the sound quality by quite a significant amount. I actually can hear the difference, and I really prefer ANC turned on. As for the sound quality, I generally test it with a lot of classical music, rock music this time around, some electronic music, and also a lot of different types of music, I should say. The Galaxy Buds Live, it actually sounds pretty good. The mids, the lows, the vocals, and also the highs are very clear if you're in a silent room, because this is technically an open back type of earphone going on. For me personally, I do think that it's kind of impressive for Samsung to put an extra bass duct here. So the bass is actually very solid, even better than the Galaxy Buds Plus. But then again, because of all the sound leaking, you don't really feel a lot of the bass if you're in a noisier environment. And inside the Galaxy Wearables app, you can also select up to 6 different EQ presets, which ultimately means that you can technically configure to however you want it to sound. Also given that the environmental noise did not screw your audio experience up. As for the battery life, it's pretty good for something that small. I got about 4 to 5 hours in a comfortable listening volume, which is to say pretty low because I do have a pretty quiet room if my neighbor didn't turn on his superbike or whatnot. Turning on ANC, and if you are trying to crank up the volume to listen to your music, then the battery life will be severely affected. But that also depends on how noisy your environment is. And then the charging case. This thing can provide up to about slightly more than 3 times of charging for the Buds Live, so you get about a total of 20 hours of listening with one full charge. And speaking of the charging case, Samsung, why did you give us a glossy case? This thing will get scratched up way too easily and also attract fingerprints like crazy. Just make everything matte like the Mystic Bronze color, please. So as for the price of 699 ringgit, it's pretty steep, I would say. You are getting into the early adopter phase right here because a brand new design, and I would foresee Samsung to be improving this feature and this design over the years. But I really do commend Samsung for trying something entirely new right here. And if you are wearing it correctly and in a pretty quiet environment, the Buds Live can do wonders. But if you are more favored towards the traditional design, fret not, because the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus is at 599 ringgit right now, and they are selling side by side with the Buds Live as well. So pick what you want the most, and yeah, that's it. That's all we have to say about the Galaxy Buds Live, and we'll see you in the next video.